Welcome everyone to the Div 1, Div 2 recap of Gman Week 11. We're getting close to the end of the season. With me is Dreamifi.
Hello.
Yeah, Vikingkop is late from work. He might join later, probably, maybe. If he
So I'm
will,
looking on I'm looking on Rebel.net and it looks like all the Division 1 teams have played exactly the 11 games, so that's kind of nice.
I played like the 11th game like 2 hours ago. Cause
Yeah,
we got a delay, so
so that means that the leaderboard right now is completely accurate.
yeah, we just called the week just earlier. And
Okay.
let's start with the leaderboard. Bleeding Hippie on top because Sean Man lost, I believe, to Sage.
Okay.
So yeah, like Hippie probably in a very safe spot on top. Like this is still very close. Like last week, it was pretty much
There-
the same as now. Just Bleeding Hippie now really feels like going to finish first, but we still have a
There's only
lot
two
coming.
games left, right?
Yeah,
So the highest score below the line is 19.
the fourth place qualifies. So Sage and Gaudi are tied, and like Metal and Pink just like can still overtake them if they win and like Sage loses or something like that.
19 is also enough to with two wins, and if Bleeding Hippie loses two, they will be tied.
Yeah, but
So,
that's a
so
big
there
if.
there is a weird scenario where Bleeding Hippie is not safe.
Yeah, like Sean Man can definitely, if Sean Man takes both games and Bleeding Hippie draws one, I think Sean Man has the better TDD. If you can probably back me up on that. And
Right. Yeah, he has a 7, and who was where are you comparing him to?
Hippie.
Okay, yeah, Hippie has 5 plus 5,
So yeah, Sean Man
and
will win that tiebreaker if like Hippie draws, Sean Man win, and they both win the second match. So that will
right,
be interesting.
but that shouldn't push Hippie out of playoffs.
Yeah,
So
like it's very unlikely that Hippie doesn't qualify. He needs everything to go wrong, and
and yeah, and we as we see on the leaderboard, Sage and Gaudi are tied, but their score difference is actually really different. Sage is +6 and Gaudi is on 0.
oh yeah,
So
Gaudi had like a really really bad game one against Sean Man, I believe. He lost
okay,
like three down on like touchdown diff, and he had another like blowout against the Wood Elves. So both
so
of
he
those
has a bit
combined.
recovered. He has recovered it a bit and at least has it on 0 now. Then,
Yep.
but still, it's not a very good against the top teams
Yep.
for tiebreaker. So he needs to beat Sage on score if you're gonna pass him.
Well, it's definitely doable, and we still have like Metal and Pink possibly eyeing the playoffs if Sage and Gaudi flop. Like a draw is enough to maybe push Metal or Pink into the spot.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Both the Nurgles on 17. Metal with a touchdown difference of +1, and Infinite Pink with a touchdown difference of 0.
Yep. Random
So
Boy Vikingkop is on the way back from work because he's late. So Dreamify is here.
yeah, I'm standing in for Vikingkop
Yes.
for a bit.
So yeah, like it's still pretty close. Like the first place is definitely up for contestant. It's pretty close between Shawman and Hippie. And
Yeah,
technically Hippie is not safe from playoffs, but I think he's safe enough. And we do have like at least for that fourth spot, like you cannot really predict who it's going to be. It might be Sage, but it can definitely be Gaudi, Metal, or Pink.
yeah. And have the nibblers exploded yet?
We'll look at that in a bit. First of all, let's go on the results from last week. First
Okay,
up, Hippie took a 2-0 victory
two
against the
one.
Bloodthirsty Seaguard from Tiladris.
All right, that's a good result.
Yeah, looked like a really brutal game because 33 blocks to 25 armor breaks. There were fouling involved, but he probably like demolished the elves.
Claw Mighty Blow is a thing.
Yeah, like 5 KO sustained, 5 casualties sustained, and a death. That sounds like a very painful match. A lot of SPP for Hippie. And really bad MVP for the elves. So tough time for Tiladris.
Well, Eldred is a pretty good MVP, isn't he?
I mean, Eldred is pretty good, but you don't want him with the MVP.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, next up, this is quite an upset actually. Seanman lost to Thomas T, which really defines that leaderboard we saw a moment ago, because that kept
Okay.
Thomas T in the playoff spot, and it
Oh.
made sure Seanman doesn't break with it.
Okay.
So yeah, like I saw that match. Thomas T bring quite good damage, while Seanman doesn't get it in return. So the elves just prevailed.
I saw one dead on the stats.
It was like a non-important line rat, but if we look at the team, like it's quite like the injuries were pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, like he got the gutter runner. He got only MNG, but that's going to matter for the first spot race against Hippie. And
Yeah, but
this dude.
the important thing is that it still has a team when it gets to playoffs. The first spot is not that important.
I mean, like this dude is probably dead.
Oh, he might survive till some games into playoffs.
Do you keep? He's worse than a goblin. Like if he gets fouled, he's pretty much always off the pitch.
I mean, this is all this team has, basically. This is the way I see it. Is this team is really good, but it has like an expiration date that is really soon.
Well,
and all he can do is he has to keep these players, and he has to try to do well before he explodes. But he's gonna explode eventually. And I mean, we know he's re-rolling, don't we? Right?
Yeah.
So it's just this playoffs basically. So.
Well, the question is,
You know,
like, is he better than just inducing like 3 line rats?
Yeah, because he has Claw, Mighty Blow piling on.
Yeah, and he's also pretty much always remove if he gets blocked by Mighty Blow, because he's double niggled.
Well, he just has to blitz and protect him.
I mean, like you
dodge
have
out
a
and
different blitzer as well. It's not like he's your only claw.
Ah, right.
And like the
But
other
still-
blitzer is also niggled, so you need to protect him as well. So it's
Or maybe you don't protect them and you just gamble on not both of them being taken out.
I don't know, like it feels so bad. Like if you get hit by dirty player from a foul, and like they don't need dirty player to break, it's 83% that you leave the pitch, which is just
Ouch.
dumb. Like you need pretty much for them to roll a 1 on a d6 for you to stay on the pitch, which is really bad.
Right.
But yeah, tough
still,
damage.
but still, I think he pretty much has to keep them though, because he can't really level new ones. He doesn't have the time.
Well, the question is, why not? Like, you're not competing with like a new one. You're competing with more bench from inducements of line rats. Because the line rats will survive longer and just be a buffer zone for the gutter runners.
Can you win games with line rats though? You would know.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Especially if they don't die.
All right.
Well, next up, Manu Satra against Steve. 1-1 draw. Quite a brutal game for Samoa, because I did see the match result, and like Samoa feels even more dead than before. I believe they lost one of the good warriors, yeah. And
Okay.
like the ball carrier was also killed. Or
How good
fired.
was the warrior?
He was like block, mighty blow, guard, but that's like
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
That's a lot of levels, and like you're still trying to level these two up, and your killer is minus armor, so life is pretty bad for Steve. We might see him reroll. We probably will, because this team is in shatters.
It's a little bit hard to rebuild, yeah, especially in Division 1.
Yeah, like even if he's dropping to Division 2 is not as deadly, but it's pretty tough there.
Yeah, as Major Bite can tell you.
Yeah, it's not simple. Like you lose a berserker every time you buy a new one.
I mean, he actually has one with Mighty Blow Tackle now, I heard.
Yeah, nah, I'm pretty sure he cheated some way. Uh, like it's not really there. He just implements a new one into the code with like mighty blow and tackle, and like he keeps on dying, but he just keeps on adding new berserkers.
Mm, Major Bite wouldn't do that.
Well, next up, I played against Kraton, and like this game was very much a dicing in terms of damage, at least, because like I wasn't like I was lower on blocks, but I like yes I hit skinks, and skinks are much more fragile than the orcs, but like he
Right.
didn't remove a single orc in like 40 blocks, and like my first block turn one is like knife juggler goes to his pommer, slaps him, pomber's injured, and like oh
Oh.
all your kill power is now gone to an idiot that's doesn't do anything else for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he did enough.
He,
Um, say what you were gonna say.
yeah, but it was like a really good game for me because a lot of impactful like SPP, like 13 on the new blitzers and
So
like a good MVP.
how is your team doing now, and are you keeping it for next season?
I probably will keep it barring more exploding. We're still doing pretty bad. Like losing the three blitzers really sucks.
Okay,
But we have like two level twos, and we can buy the last one when I decide on a name.
and you have nice black orcs.
Yeah, but one is niggled now, so I'm pretty sad.
Oh yeah, that is hard.
Yeah, but yeah, really tough game for Kraton. Like he was going to do a quick score, and he needed like one dodge, so he fails, and the ball scatters out, and like it just goes into like around lots of my players. So I just score on his half, and then I go for a quick score on the second half because I injured two skinks, and I'm one up. So
Right.
like I'm 2-0 up, and then I injure more skinks, and then because I got a blitz, and like there was nothing he could do after getting blitzed and being like three important players down.
Yeah, that's a lizard nightmare right there.
Yeah, it was a very tough game. Well, after that, the Squishy Conquistadors took a 3-1 victory over Natty Dreads. So the
Nice.
Wolves, yeah, the Wolves handling the Chorfs. Not a lot of blocks, and definitely not a lot of removals for the Chorfs.
Not a lot of blocks. Sounds good for the wood elves.
Yeah, yeah, like an interesting MVP. Natty Dread might get that Bull Centaur to Legend, possibly even
Oh.
before next season if the Devastational will give SPP.
Ah.
That,
Do you think he will play in it?
I don't know. Like, if he does, then he might be able to reach that goal. 'Cause
Right.
which will be cool having a Bull Centaur Legend. Yeah, seems like the elves did elf stuff and made all the dodges, so they won.
Okay. What was the score again? 3-1
3-1,
is
yeah.
is pretty significant. That was probably a steal there.
Well, at least
Some point.
I assume there was at least a wizard, and possibly there was like a blitz or some like.
Oh, is Natty Dread higher TV then?
The wolves are like pretty cheap.
Okay.
Yeah, the wolves are really cheap. Like
Okay, the budget wood elves.
that's a lot of levels. I mean, they're not so budget with the three, but they are still pretty cheap. Like Natty Dreads
Okay.
are not that cheap.
Okay.
Yep. And after that, Sage took a win over Gaudi, another really important one for the leaderboard. Because if Gaudi won that, you could argue that the four spots were locked down with like Thomas T,
Oh yeah,
Gaudi,
so
Hippie, and Sean Man.
yeah, that was really important because as we saw on the leaderboard, Gaudi and Sage are now tied on score, but Sage is winning on score difference.
Yep.
And if he just won this game, that was significant for
Yeah,
sure.
that also like having it be a 2-0 really like it's +2 touchdowns for Sage, -2 for Gaudi. So that
Yeah,
really builds like a gap. So even if Gaudi wins both games, Sage will still qualify if he also wins both of his
the
games.
gap was pretty big anyway though, because the
Yep.
gap was
Was
or I guess
it was
it
only
makes
2
4 difference.
touchdowns before, and like it grew by 4.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot about counting it twice.
Yeah. So quite a good result for Sage. He also got some useful SPP, which he definitely needs. He keeps on losing players, but the Slaughterers maybe can recover again.
Yeah,
Like they're not
that
doing too bad, but like you will start to feel the pain with like movement for warriors in the long term.
yeah, the Chaos Warriors aren't looking great, but the rest of the team is looking good.
I mean, you could ask for more. Having only like one Beastman killer sucks. Like your ball carrier being AB7 is not good, and like the rest are okay, but
I mean, only need one to blitz with, don't you?
yeah.
You would like to have a backup in case he dies, but
Well, you also would like to have like 4 Claw Mighty Blow on the team so you could block 3 times and blitz on the LOS.
right, that's true. But that should be the Chaos Warriors, ideally.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that, which is a
Yeah,
pain.
I
Well,
suppose that is true.
yeah, and to finish off, Metal drew Infinite Pink. It was quite a frustrating game for Metal, really close to what happened in playoffs. So pretty much for the important hits, Metal like afflicted on Pink. Pink just like regions, and Metal doesn't
Uh,
regen, so he loses his Strength 5 Warrior pretty early into that match, and it
did
just
Manly
snowballs.
regen?
I don't think Chet Manley even got injured.
Okay. Maybe he's getting some protection.
He's getting manlier. Praise
Oh, hi, Vitero.
Viero. Ooh, yeah. Viero is the coach of the Squishy Conquistadors
Yeah.
from this division. Well, let's go over to next week matches. First up, poor Steve has to deal with bleeding. This is bullying. Okay, so
It's a bit of a long shot for him to win that,
yeah,
isn't it?
like Hippie, pretty healthy overall, has everything he needs, even another Agi4 Hobgoblin, cause why not? And like
And
4 Claw Mighty Blow, 2 of it Bomb.
2 I give for
Yep.
Hobgoblins. That's pretty cool. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, like this team, proper scary, and like Steve does have 2 good like Claw Mighty Blow pieces, both being Strength 4, but
Right. So it might do damage
yeah,
while
he can
he's
hit
getting
back, but that's a like to win this you need to just like injure 2 of the clutch offs turn 1 or like turn 2 and not get hurt in return and then injure another one.
Well, you could also just roll ridiculous ball dice and
Yeah.
pretend you're elves
Well,
and roll success.
like you don't have the tools to do that. He will have a lot of endorsements.
Everyone has the tools if they roll success.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There will be like 900k in inducements after
Oh,
lowers. So we
and
like
then he will have some tools, yeah.
yeah, he can get like a Claw Minotaur, maybe Lord Borat the Despoiler, maybe Gashnak Blackhoof, maybe Max for the chainsaw and some bribes. I will
Nice.
expect some bribes.
I
Wizard
like
is good.
I like that you say Lord Borat in the spoiler.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's funny.
That should be his name because it's slightly funnier.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
like even with the inducements, this match is really difficult. You need a lot of luck with fouling and with your claw hits early on to just be in the game.
And the dirty player is out too,
Yeah.
so
Well, he can induce
Foul.
a dirty player. He has the money.
yeah, but that's expensive.
Yeah, but he has like 900k.
Yeah, but you want to use it as efficiently
Yep.
as possible. Because you need every bit of it. Probably. But yeah, that's a long shot. The hippie probably has that. We'll see. But
Yeah, like that's a
probably.
tough match. Like if it's a draw, I think everyone will be surprised because Hippie is so favored. Like he's a great coach with a really good team, and Steve did do really well in the playoffs, but that team is dead. And
A draw is actually kind of good enough for hippie even for getting to playoffs. So
yeah, it's still pretty solid. Like drawing means that if Sean Man wins both games, he might not get into it. So he really wants to win this one, possibly by a large margin to have a chance at the TD differential.
right, but I don't think if you're hippie, of course it's a point of honor to get the first spot, but I don't think you're too worried about not getting the bye week because hippie has a pretty resilient team, so he can take more rounds in playoffs, and it's
Yeah, but like
probably fine.
like the thing is like winning this is sort of like winning your first playoff game, and like
Oh yeah,
possibly
yeah.
this is a safer match because you don't know how like things can go very wild if you get like wood elves and they just get lucky. Like
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So fair enough. He should still try to win it.
yeah. Uh, Next up, Sean Man will need to get his win for me, which is going to be fun. My team, we looked at it briefly over. I still have good Black Orcs, Knife Juggler, his Knife Juggler, and two Mighty Blow Blitzers, and going to be a rookie, couple of dirty players, and an okay
So I
thrower.
think so. I think this it's even scarier just trying to keep his team alive rather than trying to win this game. Because like you mentioned, they are quite easy to hurt, and you have a lot of mighty blow.
Well,
Well, enough.
a lot like at least his most important player is missing for this match, and he will get quite a lot of inducements. He will have
Do you have sure hands for the strip
yes, I
ball?
do. I do. I have a thrower with blodge and lots of
Ah, my.
guard. So, but like the three ball is not scary enough. It's going to be very tough to sack me, but he will have a wizard for sure. But one turning is not an option when I have so much stand firm and he doesn't have his one turner. So that's going well for me.
So primetime nibblers are second on the leaderboard, so they don't necessarily need to win or even draw to get to playoffs, but they do
Uh,
need to survive.
they might not make it with losses. Like if they lose both games, like
Yeah.
even like metal and pink can over like
What
draw them.
what what is their next game?
Their last game is against Hippie, so that's a very scary one.
Okay, so he probably wants to win against you
Yeah,
then.
like that possibly will be a decider because if Gaudi and Sage win twice and Thomas T wins once, Shonman has to
Yeah.
win a game to be in
Okay,
playoffs.
so so the likelihood of primetime nibblers being dead when they get to playoffs, if they get to playoffs, is pretty high right now.
Yeah,
Um
that like like things are not looking good for Shonman. Those are tough last two matches, especially like Hippie last is very scary.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. So he will want to win or at least win or draw one of the matches, right?
Yeah.
That would be about the level where he's kind of safe-ish.
Yeah, that sort of make him safe because he has a pretty good touchdown differential, I believe.
I'll check. He has the best touchdown differential in the league.
Yeah, so that's going to be valuable, but he still needs to get that, like even two draws, because one draw like still leaves him behind Sage and Gaudi if they win both games. Or
Oh yeah, but they're not gonna win both games.
I mean, do you want to risk it? And Sean, man, do you want to risk it?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
You probably don't want to risk it. So yeah, like him not having the one turner makes this a very much winnable matchup for me, and I'm definitely
Right.
going to give it everything because I don't want rats in playoffs. I don't like rats. Also, they're
Oh,
dead.
I mean they are death pending.
Yeah.
They are not dead yet.
I mean,
They are close to their death.
I can help, and then begging Hippie will finish the job because Hippie.
Uh, that will be so sad if the primetime nibblers get a playoff spot and then don't want to play in it because the team is nothing.
They get a playoff spot and like they have one gutter runner and it's not even the one turner and like two line rats.
Yeah, that could very much happen.
That's not that unreasonable, yeah. That would be very sad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make it tough for Sean Man. And I think, like, it's not the easiest matchup. He will get a reasonable amount of inducements. He probably will use that to get both a bench and a wizard and some tools. But no one
Wh-
turner is really bad for this matchup.
Right. That would make sense.
So,
All right, next match maybe.
yeah, next match we have the Squishy Conquistadors against the Bloodthirsty Seagulls. So that's an elf off. That's Wood Elves versus High Elf. That's Vijero against the
So how are
Ladris.
these teams looking?
The High Elves have been taking quite some damage. You can see it with either missing players or rookies or that minus armor twice, which really
Yeah,
hurts.
if you would disregard the minus armor, they look really good though.
They lost their thrower, which sucks. Like having a rookie thrower is pretty weak, especially for
Ah.
the game plan of trying to score into.
Right.
And there is
Still,
a
still
catcher
the
missing.
the high elf vanilla thrower is kind of good.
Yeah, he's solid, but he used to have like strong arm, accurate, and sure hands, which was
And that's
good.
better.
Yeah, but that was better.
Right. So how is Vallero's team looking?
The Woodlands have a lot of pending level ups. Two catcher level ups. This one is a pretty big one. A
Oh,
rookie
two
lineman and a
IG5
kicker.
catchers. And oh, do the high elves have any sure hands? Because I see strip ball wrestle there.
I don't think so. The sure hands used to be the old thrower,
Oh, that makes the thrower
but they
loss
also
even bigger.
have a leap strip ball with wrestle. So this might be a
Right.
shootout.
Right. He has a leap strip ball wrestler once because he has armor value 6. Um,
Well, the thing is, like, you drop the ball and you have two movement 9 catchers. One of them RG5, one of them with sprint to like pick up the ball, hand off, score. That's the game plan.
actually, actually, Monty Green might actually be relevant too because
Yeah,
Mighty Blow is really good against wood elves.
yeah. The mighty blow is going like, especially with like this strength 1 catcher. Like that's
Oh,
a free 3 dice on a very good positional.
right. If you can get to him.
Yeah. Well, sometimes he has to be exposed. There is a mighty blow on the other side, but no tackle here, so that's pretty important.
Ah,
Like it's
interesting.
it's rather close. Like possibly the Wood Elves are a bit more sturdy because of those armor 6s, but they definitely will have a tough match because the High Elves have really fast catchers as well. So overall a bit
So,
even.
so the high elves have more squishy positionals, but the wood elves have more squishy fodder.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the big benefit of the High Elves is that their positionals still have blodge and there is not a single tackle to counter it. So that might
Right.
be a big advantage.
Yeah,
Like,
that could make the whole game, but then a few pows happen and it doesn't.
yep, of course. Well, that's how Blood Bowl works. But yeah, like
Yeah.
this is definitely going to be a very score-heavy game because both players, like they don't have a way to stall. It's very much about just try to get as many touchdowns in as you can. Like if like yes, the hero has sure hands, but it's on a strength 1 player. You're not going to be able to hold that. Like he just leaps in 3 dice as you're in the cage and you're down because he has wrestle.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stall at least. They might still try.
Possibly, but not for long. The big thing is, I believe the Woodlands will have a tiny bit of inducements, but not much with
Okay.
all those level ups. Like it's going to be maybe like a bribe after all those level ups and the loaners, of course.
He might scam a wizard then.
Yeah, there might be a scammed wizard. There might be fair play. He might just use that instead of like getting a bribe, getting a loaner lineman just to have a bench as well. That's not a bad like purchase.
I don't think if you're gonna get a loner lineman, I think it's better to just buy a lineman for real cash
Yeah.
because that's more
Well, the
efficient.
thing is, you're going to have two loaners anyway. So use the loan, use like
Ah,
your inducement money as a lineman.
because that's the only way you
Yeah,
get the bench.
yeah.
Okay, that
Because
makes sense.
right now he is only on 8 players.
Okay, yeah, then my plan doesn't work.
So yeah, like this is going to be a very fun match to watch. It's not like maybe like some magic happens and Vieiro qualifies to playoffs, but that would require a lot of things to go in his favor, which is just a
So he's
bit
on
unlikely.
15 points right now.
Like if he wins twice and like Sage, Gaudi, Metal, and Pink,
Then
like
he's on
just don't
21
get points.
points. Um, right.
Like he
Yeah, Sage Metal and Pink and Gaudi.
like
Um,
it's extreme. Where like maybe he has a chance, but we are not going to bank on it. Because by that logic, I also have a chance, and I'm not going to bank on it because that would make no sense.
I mean, you have an even lower
I
chance
mean,
because
like we both need Sage, Gaudi, Metal, and Pink to not get points in the end of
right.
the day. Like they need to lose all the
I
games.
sup- I suppose the only thing Squishy Conquistadors have over you is better touchdown
No,
differential.
I mean we're both not
Um,
going to playoffs. That's what we
yeah,
both have.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna happen.
So like this is going to be a pretty fun match because I think both teams will be very happy to just score a lot and get some SPP and have some elf nonsense fun.
I'm not convinced they will be happy to do it, but they will do it
I mean,
because the triple forces them to.
yeah. Like usually, from experience, like I've seen both team plays, and Ovi Hero plays very aggressively, goes for the quick touchdown, tries to take the ball off you, and that's
Okay,
very much the same as those Hive. They used to have like a long bong silver-esque player with
okay,
accurate strong arm, so they also
all
go for
right,
quick scores.
right. So they are both that kind of elf coaches
Yeah.
then. Cool.
So it's going to be pretty fun to watch. Next up, we have Sage versus Thomas T. So that is a big match because like if Sage
Yeah.
wins, Sage has a very good spot for going into playoffs. If Thomas T wins, Thomas T is safe. No one like he's probably 100% into playoffs, barring
So
extreme.
this is like pretty cool because if you look at it from Sage perspective, last week he played against Gaudi, and when he beat Gaudi, he stepped up past Gaudi on the leaderboard, and now he's playing the next one on the leaderboard. It's like some kind of
He's like
game with
climbing.
levels.
I mean,
Yeah, it's you should play against the guy who's directly above you, and then if you win, you're above him.
yep,
Like,
that sounds like fun, but that's going to be a tough matchup for both, I believe. Sage only 3 tackle on his team. One of them is the very weird dirty player with kick. One of them just a block beastman, and one of them is a warrior with minus armor, minus
right.
agility. He does have sure hands for that kind of for strip ball, but
So the big thing with Sage though is that he knows how elves think, so he's gonna be able to do smart things with those tools that he has.
well, you could put that argument against Sage as well, because maybe Sage know how Elf plays, but pretty much everyone knows how Sage plays, because you can just go and watch him on the stream, so you know what to expect when you go
Ah,
into that matchup. You know, like what Sage prefers to do, so that's possibly a disadvantage to counter that. Sage definitely an experienced coach, but Thomas T also proved to be a very good coach this season, I would say. So not an easy match for either. Thomas Lee, of course, lost 2 very good witches, and he's slowly getting them back up again. One mighty blow block by now, and one with wrestle. Pretty strong
those
team
are
overall.
those are good witches already.
Yeah, like getting another mighty blow is impressive because that's his
Like
third.
Mighty Blow Block is already almost as good as it's gonna get
Uh,
on a witch, I think.
especially against like chaos, they don't have dodge, so you don't need the tackle yet.
I mean, it would help to also have Dauntless to hunt Chaos Warriors, but
Well, you probably would take like sidestep first, and also like tackle.
right, right.
But yeah, like the team is strong. Even with the damage, they will probably get a wizard. They might even scam a little bit more to try and get an edge here. They do have
Right.
6 blodgers, 3 guard, which is really strong on elves. Couple of
Right,
guiding tackle.
because this is a pretty important game. Like even if they lose, they might still make it, but it's gonna be really dicey.
Let's who do like Sage I saw playing the lizards for the last round, and Thomas Lee playing me for the last round. So that could
Okay,
get
so
dicey because he doesn't know how scary I will be after Shonman. I might be able to farm some SPP. So
so
that's
even though Thomas T has 2 more points than Sage right now, it's actually looking better for Sage just for safety.
uh, like the winner of this one is very much the safer because if Sage loses this,
Ah, right.
If Gaudi wins, he's just 3 points ahead of you, and he just needs a draw from the last match, and he's safe.
Right.
Or he can draw this one and win the next one, and be safe. Or you can have Metal or Pink win, and be ahead of you, and then they win again, and you still lose.
So very important game then.
So yeah, like this is like a big game for both of them. The loser will have a tough time, like securing his playoff spot in the next round. They will have to win, and to have other people not win, which is like you don't
So,
want to rely on that.
so Metal in chat is expressing disappointment that Gman 1 lets Sage rebuild.
I blame you, Metal. You have the dirtiest of the teams. But yeah, like this is going to be a tough match. Like the winner probably goes into playoffs. The loser possibly goes out, and a draw here definitely favors Thomas T. I think, because he will be a bit more ahead. Sage could definitely get overrun easier.
But then Sage probably has the easier next match. So and the difference right now is only 2.
Alright, that's
And
also a point. How is the touchdown differential?
so the touchdown differential is Thomas T on 6 and Sage also on 6.
So like that's really even. So if Sage wins one and draws
So
Thomas T,
So again, the winner of this game will also have the edge touchdown differential. So, yeah. But if it's a draw, yeah, then I think it's really close.
yeah, it's like this is a big match for both of them. So possibly we are going to see Thomas T being a bit sneaky and trying to get a little bit more out of the inducements with his own bank.
Yeah, that would be smart actually. That this is the right time to do it.
Yeah, because like this is the money match,
Yeah.
and it's rather even. Sage doesn't have that many good tools against the elves. He has 3 killers, but only 1 with tackle, so that's not very good. And like he has a
Well-
3 tackle, but one of them is a weird, dirty player, so that's not very good either.
Well, he has 5 killers if you count the dirty players.
Yes, but it's not like that's not how Blood Bowl works.
Are you sure?
Yes, dirty players
Okay.
are much better than killers.
Okay.
They are
So,
superior in nature.
I see.
Yeah, and after that, Metal is going to bully Big ZTP a little bit more, cause why not?
Okay.
So yeah,
So you think he's gonna bully him? You don't think Big ECTV can pull the upset here?
God damn it, Vikingkop! God damn it, Vikingkop!
Hello, guys. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
We're doing well.
I'm
We're
doing-
just talking about Metal's team, which is
About
ridiculous.
Metal's team, which is disgusting. That's
Yeah.
good.
The team that has 2 kickers, cause who cares
Here-
about
here-
block?
Okay.
He lost 1 player. He only has 15. What happened?
Lost one
Unbelievable. This is TV Dream for sure.
He lost the rotter.
Mm.
Dead at this
Who he-
point. The team is dead, so you should like retire.
I was listening to the podcast. I think he played Infinite Pink.
Yes, he did play pink. We did see it earlier.
So they drew in the game and they are pretty much
Okay.
even on the leaderboard too. The only thing separating them is that Metal has +1 touchdown differential, which
Yeah.
and Pink has 0 touchdown differential, and that's the only thing that separates them on the leaderboard.
So
They have
Metal
the
just
exact
a
same
bit
points.
ahead, but Metal
It-
probably has the easier match this week. Metal, of course, have a very strong array of 4 Nergal warriors and the Goose Beast of Nergal, and very solid Pestigors, and just a big bench, because why not? He can even get the last one again, because he has the money, and he
Who
is...
is who is Pink playing?
We'll look at that in a bit. He's playing
Okay.
Gaudi.
Okay.
Oh, Gaudi has no team anymore.
We'll look in that to that. Like we really will look in that in a bit. Big ZTP. This is a tough matchup. He does have 2 Mighty Blow pieces. I believe one of them is new. Bob 2 here. God damn it, Vikingkop! Stop eating Cheetos.
Okay, I will mute this.
So yeah, this team is looking good, but it's not like Metal's caliber really.
Yeah, he has like 5 guard, which is very nice. He has
Yeah.
2 good claw pieces, but like Bleeding Hippie has more claw pieces and more guard, and he had a very difficult time against Metal and lost to Metal.
Okay.
So is
So
this
why?
going to cut it?
So this is a bit of a mystery to me then. Why isn't Metal winning the division?
Because Metal doesn't know how to play Blood Bowl.
So who has Metal lost to?
Me. He lost to
You?
me.
He lost to you. Game over, man.
One of the weeks he wasn't able to play because of real life, which definitely like dropped
Okay,
him down a bit, and I believe he lost to like elf nonsense. Yeah, he
did not
played
play.
Sean Man and lost to him because of very very bad injury dice. Because
And he
after
did-
that,
He did not play Sage,
yeah, he did not play Sage.
which was a big boo in
Yeah.
Gman 1 this season.
Yeah, he also got
Ah.
lost to Thomas T, which is another very strong elf coach.
Oh,
But,
really?
Like in the end,
Okay,
it's,
so
like
so mostly agility has been able to beat him then.
Yeah. because he's very and orcs, because orcs are OP.
Yeah, how did the orcs beat him?
Uh,
That seems weird.
because he just didn't hurt us, and I had like 3 apothecaries, so I apod every time he actually did hurt us. And like
Okay.
I won the game because I got a bit lucky in the end, and just like powered his
Okay.
blodge ball carrier and got him stunned, and then he couldn't like
Okay.
score.
All right. All right, fair enough.
And that's-
Dice can happen. And real life can happen. So that's why he isn't winning the division. Glad we answered that.
I mean,
That and the fact that he will be probably be eating a wizard every game.
yeah, he will eat a wizard and like 17 star players every game.
I mean, a wizard isn't gonna cut it by itself though.
Like,
No,
this
but
is
it hurts.
this is a tough matchup for Big ZTP because he just doesn't have the tools from inducements to like cover up for what is missing. He can get like Grashnak or like Hathark, the Bull Centaur star player, but they are just not very good, and they are not giving you any major edge. Like you're not getting the strength advantage from them. So what's the point really? They're just going to die eventually. So maybe we'll just see like Chainsaw and lots of bribes trying to get lucky with fouls.
Well,
I don't think fouls is a good strategy because Metal has so many reserves.
Yeah, but like if you remove the Nergal warriors, the rotters are not like as good as the Nergal warriors.
I suppose you can bully 11 rotters.
Like the
Well-
thing is, like yes, he will still have 11, but he will have 11 weaker players if you remove like a Pestigor or the Beast of Nergal or a Nergal warrior. So you can still
Right.
eventually get an advantage just because he has rotters which are weak players.
Okay, Metal is confirming that fouling works if you have god dice like Pink. But then Pink drew, so I'm not so sure about that.
Well, you can. I mean, a draw is good enough to make Metal not be able to qualify to playoffs. So
I suppose.
So that's a moral victory for.
for Natty Dreads?
yeah.
Right.
Oh, but that actually, I'm an idiot. That's the week 13 game. They're
Oh.
What
playing
are you
Manus.
doing? James! Concentrate.
Ah. Not. I blame you.
Oh,
Right.
you're playing Metal.
No,
Ah!
Manus
No,
playing
cannot be.
Metal.
No. Oh, Manu Satran?
Yeah, Manus is playing Metal. Well, let's
Oh,
do the same talk with Manus Sadra against Metal. Manus has a bit more strength, but
Yeah.
he still is going to get destroyed by the claw because he doesn't have claw in return. So in the
Maybe-
end, it's a bit claw. Like maybe Manus have a chance to go like Reaper and like a Black Orc with guard to try and win the bash game.
Which kind of obsession do you have with Reaper?
I like Reaper. He's really good. He has like it gives you 2 strength 6 players, and you can even get a guard Black Orc, so you have a lot of strength. You're like lizards, but with strength
Hey, what is a
6.
dirty player in this team?
I mean, that's a real question.
Huh.
That's a real question. So yeah, Manusatra loses because he doesn't have a dirty player, and he cannot go fouling.
Hmm.
But I approve of fouling tactics.
Yeah. But how can you foul without a dirty player?
I fouled without a dirty player like hell yesterday. It worked.
Did it
I
really?
almost pitched clear. I almost pitched clear pit.
The keyword is
Ooh.
almost.
Almost. Only 2 players left at the end of the game.
Ooh. Do you play Pete?
Yeah,
Well, that's for very
Did
much
you win?
later. No,
that's for later.
he didn't.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, like still, like against any bash team, you really expect Metal to have the upper hand. Manusatra does have some strength, but he doesn't have any kill power except a couple of mighty blow and a prompt piece.
But he
So
doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't need claw actually. He only needs to do his manusing stuff.
If
mean-
he gets Ripper, though, he has 2 strength 6 players.
yeah. So maybe Manus can go for a very strength heavy route with like Reaper and like a guard Black Orc, and maybe can even squeeze Varag Gulchuer. So he has like 7 strength 4 or higher pieces on the field. Actually 8, so he's stronger than Lizards. But that's
Yeah.
still not enough because Metal has Nergal Wars, and eventually they will hit those guys and remove them. So you might have
Yeah.
a very good start, but you need a very lucky result on the
He-
armor to keep that advantage.
I mean,
Or fouling.
it does make it a lot more even than it would have been, though.
Yeah.
So, it could happen.
So yeah,
But
maybe
of course, he kind of needs to outdice or outplay Metal to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe the way to go is Reaper, Varagulchuer, and the Black Orc, because that's a lot of strength, and maybe that's good enough to win this game.
That
I
is
thi-
a lot of strength and 3 bench.
Yeah.
So that's also good.
yeah, I think that should be the plan. But of course, it's up to Manus.
Yeah, he might go for like a chainsaw and some bribes and just say, I don't think the strength is good enough. I'm just trying to high roll on fouls. He could
I-
induce like dirty player linemen for this
I
match.
would like that. I would
I think-
actually like that.
I think that's the worst plan. But
I mean, it definitely
Boom,
depends on
Dreamifi,
how
booming guy.
safe you feel.
Boo.
Like Manus probably like he has experience playing metal with that team, so maybe he
Right.
will know if he thinks a strength advantage is good enough to win this match. He could also
Right.
go for like Appos and just be a coward and Appo like only deaths because he doesn't want to lose his team. But you're a
Oh,
coward
yeah,
if
that-
you do that.
didn't you say that you did that?
I Appo badly hurts though. Every time.
Okay.
I Appo a KO against metal because I need players on the pitch.
You
Right.
Apple's Kings even. Oh wait.
Interesting.
I muted
Okay.
Vikingkop from the streams because
Okay.
You don't have the power.
well I unmuted you now.
Boo.
Hmm.
Well so
Does
yeah.
that mean I'm muted too?
No, I didn't mute you.
I've
Okay.
run out of chetos.
Ah.
Okay, so because I was an idiot, next up is Infinite Pink against the Mighty Reptiles. So another
Lizard,
big match.
are they still alive?
I didn't kill anyone important, so no skinks.
Good boy.
No one except skinks.
No, 15-50, not that
Yep.
bad. Okay.
Like no one was actually killed in that match because the Apo resurrected the Croxigor.
Yeah, they have 6 Saudi.
Yeah,
Saurus.
like
Whatever.
the team looks fine. Souls are not bad. Lots of break tackle. Pretty difficult to play against. So much break
Okay.
tackle. It's awkward, but they did make do. Might be tougher for Pink though. And
Okay.
like he will have inducement in this match. Pink, not in the best shape as well. He is.
Okay.
He did trim his own bench, but he might get it back. He's only on 1 claw, which is the big thing for this matchup.
Only
So
one
what-
clue is enough.
So what makes you say that his has something happened to his team
He
recently?
lost a Claw Mighty Blow Warrior very recently, and you still feel that. And he also lost a very good ball carrier. So
Okay.
Back to back, it hurts.
Yeah. Of course.
He still has the Sucker, still has Chet Manley, and Papa Owl and the Beast. I mean, it's a good team. 18. 1800 is fine.
It's fine, but like he only has 3 guard, which is pretty weak. Only 1 claw mighty blow, which is pretty weak. Doesn't really have a deep bench. Only 1 dirty player. His pestigores are pretty poor. Like just dodge, just mighty blow. That's not going to do much in a matchup like this because you cannot hit
Mm.
skinks with
Yeah,
that
but you only
mighty
need
blow.
to kill the Saudi.
Yeah,
That's
but
it. And
that's not
you can
easy.
put the beast because the beast has block, right?
Yes, the beast has block and stand firm.
The beast can tie up kings nicely.
Well, it's not that easy to reach
And
them.
Chet Manley can also tie the kings. I mean, he can be really annoying with tail and tackle. It's also nice.
The question is
Yeah.
that enough? Because the lizards definitely have the strength advantage.
Nah. Jerbs, it's Chet Manley. Come on,
I mean,
Chet Manley.
but the lizards can get Slee Blee, and his Slee Blee.
Yeah, but Sleebly it's a fake. I mean, he's only good at making fouls. I've seen this in the playoffs.
So looking on the leaderboard, somehow Infection Inc. is doing a lot better than the Mighty Reptiles. Do you have an explanation for that?
The
Uh,
lizards
y-
are very poor against the elves, and against the very
Okay.
strong claw teams, they had a very tough start.
Okay.
Like the other bash teams just chew them up, which is just not good.
Yeah,
But
Listerman and Gman One don't get along very well.
But like off the bash teams, like Infinite Pink has a lot more anti-elf tools, like Chet Manley and the Ball Sacker, and he doesn't have many guard players and many claw mighty blow. So he's more like he has the tools to deal with elves, but not with the other bash teams as well.
Are you talking about Pink now, or
Yeah, Pink
about...
doesn't have the tool. Like he has better tools to deal with elves, but you could say the same about
Right.
Creatan because he has a lot of break tackle, but not as much like stand firm and mighty blow to actually win a bash war.
And if you look on chat on what Metal is saying, it was a small miracle that Infection Inc. managed to draw against Metal.
Yeah,
So yeah, that confirms your.
Is that way or the other way around?
I mean, you could argue that Metal always loses to miracles, or at least that's what he says.
Yes, of course.
I mean, he lost to me because of a miracle, lost to Sean Man because of
Uh-huh.
miracle rats. I'm seeing a
Right.
pattern.
Uh-huh.
Oh
But,
dear.
like, if there is a bash matchup that the lizards can actually show their superiority as bash team, this is the one because they are not outguarded. They have more tools at bash possibly than Infinite Pink has right now
Yeah.
because of losing some very important pieces.
Mm,
Yeah, you're
I,
pretty convincing
I
on
still
this.
put my faith on our old defunct, oh yeah, uh, caster, Infinite Pink. First, because he's an excellent coach. Second, because I do see the Nurgle team as better as the Lizard one for this game.
I
He
would
has
not agree
why?
with that.
Of course. We don't need to
Mostly
give everything.
because of just Chet Manley, or what?
Yeah, Chet Manley will help, but he has a tool to. He has a tin opener for the Sauri. He remember in the Bash War they are more or less at the same level of strength and guard, but he has
That's not true. The souls are stronger.
well, a bit stronger, but he has foul appearance that will help him for sure.
And they
And
have break tackle so they can reposition. Like, which is
there is
really
a key
good.
factor that you are not assessing at this point is that Infinite Pink has a dirty player.
But he only has one.
One is more than zero.
But what
In
if he
fact, if
dies?
we do the maths, one is infinite times, so infinite pink times more than zero.
That's not how math works.
Matter is settled.
But what if the dirty player dies?
I think I would put my money on pink for this game.
I would like to see the lizards draw this. Because I think the draw is very much the
Well,
expected result.
a draw is possible too, yeah. We'll see.
Well, yeah, like this is not an easy match for Pink, and he really needs this if he wants to go to playoffs. Because he needs
Right.
both games to be a win.
How's the table? I've missed that.
So so
What?
Metal and Pink are on number 6 and 7 on the leaderboard, but they are pretty close behind Gaudi, who's just below the playoff cutoff line.
Yeah,
So
Gaudi may have had his wings cutted or excised, torn
so
off.
Well,
so like it's a bit of a long shot for both Metal and Pink to make it into playoffs, but they can if someone's up there stumbles and
uh,
Yeah,
like the
there
especially
are
match
Sage.
between Sage and Thomas T is very much like a big one because the loser of that match possibly is the guy that stumbles that they can both cross.
yeah, and then
Really?
and then Gaudi, Metal, and Pink are gonna fight for that spot,
Yep.
basically.
But that is assuming that Metal wins his next game, right?
I mean,
I
it
mean,
might
if
be if Meta loses, then it's between Pink and Gaudi.
yeah, exactly.
Like one of them will be there to try and take that spot. If they all lose, then maybe that guy gets a break. But that's not very likely that they all lose.
Well, it's also possible. I
Yeah.
mean, it's about equally likely that the one who loses between Thomas T and Sage still gets the fourth spots. Like, but at that point, they are pretty even
Yep.
with the three below. Is the thing.
Yeah, and for the last match, Gaudi and the Ravenclaws are taking the Knotted Reds. So, Skaven versus Chorfs. What do the Skaven have? The Skaven are a bit
This
better. They are missing their killer, which is very important for this match. But they still have the natural one-turner. And
yeah.
not too much, like no bench right now, but they will have some inducements to play around with, but only a wizard, so we might see Gaudi going into this game with no bench. So that could
Yes.
be risky.
Who is he playing?
He is playing the Knotted Reds. We saw them earlier, and they have, like for this match, they look a lot better. They have 6 Mighty Blow, 5 of it on tackle. One of them is a Bull Center with Break Tackle, Tackle, Mighty Blow. So a very
Oh, look
good
at
sweeper.
all that bloaty claw.
2.
I mean, the claw isn't that. Or well, actually,
There is one
normally
Stormvermin.
Stormvermin have armor 8, but maybe they don't on
There
Gaudi's
is
team.
one Stormvermin.
Wasn't there like minus armor on that one though?
Pile on every turn.
So, like,
Boing,
still,
boing.
like, he has the tackle here. He has a lot of Mighty Blows. So, not an easy match for Gaudi, but there is the one-turner in play. The big thing is possibly no bench for Gaudi, but if he can get the one-turner to connect and the wizard to do the wizard thingy, he might just win just off the back of that.
Wizard thingy!
But if, like, the
bro-
wizard isn't good, or, like, he fails one of the 2 one-turns attempts, we might see, like, a draw here, which can be very tough for Gaudi to deal with.
There's a strip bowler. Does Big ECDB have True Hands guy?
He does have an Agi-free Bull Center with
Oh,
So that's
cheating.
like,
Nice.
in a cage, like that's a 3 red dice for that gutter runner, and he needs to leap into that cage. Actually, he doesn't have leap, he needs to dodge into that cage. Yes, he has Dauntless to make it 2 red dice, but that's unlikely to work, and just generally bad because it's an AV6 gutter runner. That gutter runner is not going to do much in this matchup.
That veteran is going to die.
Maybe not.
So yeah, a lot here is lying on the one-turner, I think. Like, this is a very scary
Yes,
match
very
for
nice.
Gaudi, because it's not a
I
free win.
mean,
I
this
like the
combination of
thrower.
this combination of 2 players exactly as Dreamifi was about to point. The throw is very good, and it connects really well with the one turner.
Yeah.
The problem is that both are going to be exposed from the beginning of the game if Gaudi doesn't get a bench.
And if he, like, if he does get a bench, he's not getting a wizard. So,
Exactly.
like, both options are rather weak, because without a wizard, even if you, like, one turn on your drive and one turn on his drive, that's a draw. And a draw is not good enough to go to playoffs.
But the draw is better than a lose.
I mean,
He
it
could
doesn't matter
spend
if you
his-
don't go to playoffs.
He could spend his cash to buy 2 linemen.
But then he doesn't get the inducement money for a wizard. Because he's like the TV from the rats. Leaves him
Decisions.
with just a babe.
Decisions. He may get lineman bench and then put the rest of his cash into a wizard.
Do you want to
Maybe.
go into the like next game with no money? That's also a
One
question.
moment. Mom is calling. We'll be back.
So like tough decision for Gaudi. Even if he goes for that line rat plus all my bank for this match, that's very
Yeah.
much all in.
Yeah.
That would show a lot of respect towards big ZTP. But even that
Yeah.
might not be enough because you will feel that thrower and a couple of good early mighty blow hits might be good enough to force this into a draw, and a draw is good enough to stop Gaudi from qualifying.
Yeah, probably.
So a very
I mean,
difficult match.
I think there's a world where he draws and still qualifies, but that requires a lot of losses for other
Yeah.
people.
Like it requires both Metal and Pink to not get like 2 wins, which is
Mm.
possible because Gaudi is playing Pink in the last round. So if Gaudi
Right.
wins that, but he also needs Metal to not win twice, and the big one is that both Thomas T and Sage, like one of them doesn't like Sage loses, and then you're okay if you like draw and win, or Thomas T
Right.
loses twice. But like that's
Right.
like with Metal and Pink also having to flop, that's a lot you're asking.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, that's true.
and like you could
Right.
argue that Metal has two very reasonable matchup. He's playing the Orcs and then the Chorfs. Two matches he
Yeah.
should be favored in, so you really want to win this one. So maybe you do
Oh, yeah.
go all out.
So maybe actually Metal is the most likely one to grab the fourth spot.
And that could be possible. It's really close because like anything can happen, and like Metal might get a draw instead because of some bad dice. You could see,
Yeah, that's true.
but you could see him definitely qualifying. 2 wins here put him in a very good spot. But if Gaudi
Yeah.
gets like 2 wins, Gaudi will get that spot.
Yeah, that's true. But he will have harder matches.
Yeah, like the big one is Pink versus Gaudi because only one can win that.
Yeah.
And if that's a draw, both of them are staying on the
Metal,
sidelines.
Metal is saying that he doesn't want to go to playoff again.
Boo hoo, poor Metal needs to go to playoffs. I feel for you, man. I feel
Oh.
for you.
He wants to cast.
I mean, he can do
I'm
both.
back.
Vikingkop is back. And with that, we are done with Div 1.
You, I made a good job.
And we are
And,
going to go into Div 2. Are you, Dreamify, can you stay more or are you going to leave us?
I'm gonna leave you because I'm a little sick, so I don't have too much energy.
But there is still a lot of fun to have.
Well,
Will you
as-
join us maybe for AD?
I'm gonna watch still, and I'm gonna
Okay.
be in chat, but I'm not gonna.
Thank you very much for joining me for the Div 1 recap. And now we have
Yeah,
Vikingkop
it was-
again.
Yeah, and you guys are good. So, see you,
Yeah.
and thank you.
Yeah, it was
See you.
good. And now for some Div 2 action. I'm very sad to see that Random Boy is back on top. Because for a moment, like 2 hours ago, Parmushan was on top.
Really?
Yeah, and Random Boy was at the top. And that was like the happiest moment in
Random Boy
everyone's
won
life.
Parmushan?
Yeah, he did beat Parmushan.
He was undefeated until he met the Vamps, man. The Vamps, man.
Feels bad, man.
The Vamps, man. Feels bad, man.
But yeah, let's go into last week of Div 2. First up, the uncopied minor, so that's Death Monkey, took over Aldar, even though Aldar is cheating with a Mighty Blow Wolf, and he took 3 deaths.
Boo. 3 deaths?
I
In
don't
a
know what
all-region
died.
team? Red Ghouls, maybe?
With
for
Flesh
sure.
He paid the Flesh Golem tax.
Oh!
He
The
paid-
and he paid the Flesh Golem and he paid the Mighty Blow. Oh,
When
oh, oh,
that's
oh, oh, oh,
that
oh, oh, that's a
hurts.
tax. That hurts a lot.
Like, that's minus Saji plus Saji. That's 40k bloat on your Mighty
Yeah,
Blow.
and you are not going to fire him
Nah,
because
that-
he has Mighty Blow.
That
Oh, that
possibly
sucks.
was a very, very... ghouls are not taxes because they
Gold,
die anyway.
golds are cash. Just, I mean, yeah, pocket money.
Yeah, pocket money. Yeah, like very very tough result. Losing a flesh golem, losing a ghoul, losing an agi on your good
Oh,
wolf.
big F.
That's tough. That's a very
Let's have
good
a look at the
result
numbers.
for
Let's
that
have a.
monkey.
Oh, the
Like,
chores destroyed him.
yeah, like 52
Three
blocks
deaths.
for so much damage.
52 to 51. I mean, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but like the Chorfs probably got like they removed the claw mighty blow eventually because he got permed.
Mm.
So they
Oh,
probably got more
wait,
better
wait,
blocks.
wait, 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 wait. Have a look at Aldar's team. Cannot be, cannot be, cannot be, cannot be. I think I'm remembering now. A stupid report from the bot. It's not that he lost a flesh golem. It's that he lost both.
Oh, F in chat for flesh golems.
F for flesh golem.
F
Fuck.
F in chat. Sad times.
Okay, well, season is over. Time to recover. At
But-
least he has 40 players. I approve of that. And he will have a lot of inducements for bribes. He will have a lot of fun.
Yeah, but like this is rough.
This is stupid, man. Losing 2 flesh golems in a game? Oh, come on.
Yep.
Level 5 and level 3 flesh golem. Blah.
I mean, if history repeats itself, you are going to get a plus strength on a wolf, so that's something.
You only get plus strength wolves in Rail 1, eh?
Yeah, but you need to pay the flesh golem tax to get that
Yeah.
plus strength.
Oh.
So if you pay the tax, maybe you get the. Well, next up in the matches, this makes me happy, cause Crowdog took down Singe 1-0, which made me very happy.
You see how funny you cannot see the face of own
So many skills.
behind so many. Oh, agility 1.
Good one. Nice armor 8, idiot.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so no, like Singe didn't get the damage, and it showed because Crowdog did take that match, and that makes me very happy. Because
What
that
happened?
was a very tough match for Crowdog.
11 armor breaks into 11 armor breaks, eh?
Yeah, even on
That-
armor breaks.
These are not numbers for Chaos team. With 3 claw mighty blow.
Yeah, like they just didn't get the damage in, and
Possibly.
like the Necro
Or-
had the guard to fight back if you don't kill
Or the
them.
Necro Regent. I mean, I always, as a Chaos coach, I always find it very difficult playing against Necro. I think they are a good counter for Chaos teams.
Like there were only 2 injuries, and it was 1 and 1, so
Hmm.
not really like Regent's fall, just like not enough damage to begin with, and like Crowdog having 6 guard means that he can just fight you back if you don't kill him because he stands the people up and hit back.
Yes, this is a very good game actually. I like the big amount of guard, even if he has lost some of them. No, not really.
He lost one of the flesh golems.
Yeah, but the
In
other already
Tennessee.
has. It's interesting how his flesh golems are not given block as a first or even second option. Interesting.
Hmm?
I think that Root Paul Dragface was given mighty blow because he
That's
was
a
really
white.
lacking on that yeah.
Well, that's a white, not a flesh golem.
It's a white. Sorry, I'm too used to see flesh golems in the top of the whites.
Like
Sorry,
this is a
I'm
flesh
busy.
golem. We got to block first.
Oh, that's a very nice first golem. Block, guard, tackle, mighty blow. Very interesting, very useful. About to level in 10 SPP. Well, good piece. What do you give him once it is because grab?
A grab is nice. Maybe break tackle. Maybe roll doubles for that dodge.
Yes, maybe roll plus strength.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus agility.
Oh, if you roll a 10, you have to give him plus armor and make him a robotic flesh golem of steel.
That would be
Oh.
very dumb. Don't do that.
I approve. If you're listening to this, Crowdog, please.
Don't do that.
Robotic flesh golem. Instead, anymore. It's an iron golem. It's much better.
Don't do it. But yeah, like a very, very impressive win from Crowdog there, because that was a very difficult match.
Good job.
Yeah, and next up, Barmushan took
Oops.
down Filbo 2-1,
Oops.
2-0. So Filbo did have a lot of strength, but that
And
wasn't enough.
He put the pain on the Necro team. I mean, at least he put the damage. I know about the regions, but
Region
still.
all failed.
Oh, impressive. Impressive, Barmushan. Good job.
Yeah, we do see a lot of dodges from Barmushan. Maybe he just ended up out elfing Filbo because he was too busy punching stuff. We have seen Filbo before, like pick up the ball and say, "I don't want this ball," and then pile on with the ball.
Let's pile on, pile on, pile on.
Because who cares about the ball?
Exactly. Indeed.
So yeah, good result for Bamushan. After that, this was the big upset.
Oh no,
Like-
this is the big one.
Like this happened while we were doing the recap.
Oh, stupid loner MVP.
Well, Major Bite did take the win over Random Boy with a lot of like damage. Like Random Boy just ate his own team with 20 Bloodlust failures. And like that's the issue with vampires. Every once in a while, this
That's
will
a
happen.
35% ratio of failure in Bloodlust. Oh, that surely hurted.
Like every once in a while, you will have a really bad game like that, and you will just lose because you killed your half of your own team.
Yeah, it's like play with your standees.
Yeah.
Yeah. One bad day,
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
a very bad result for Random Boy, but he did recover in the next week. After that, the Amazons ended up bullying the Wood Elves. A lot of damage coming onto the Wood Elves. 8 removals. It was a
Conflicting
tough
feelings
match.
here.
Like
Conflicting feelings.
Yep.
Because I like to see the Amazons bringing the fight in this division. They are having, I would say, not even a good season so far, even if they've lost a couple of players. But come on, Venacha!
I mean, this was a very tough match because Venetia only had like one tackle, and the Amazons definitely outblodged him, and they had better killing power overall. So it wasn't an easy one to win, and it didn't happen.
Indeed, they did not.
And
Sad
after
times.
that, the Voltex Vanguard. So Ramaset took the Underworld. We didn't expect that because like Ramaset was actually playing with a weaker team, but the Underworld were not able to pull it off. So sad times in Underworld Town, because this is a match they definitely were, like possibly even the upper dog in when we looked at it last week.
Oh, come on.
Really good results for Ramaset though.
Of course.
Yeah, and last up, Freddie Gibbs bullied some Underworld, and no one is surprised because he has some,
Yeah, that was to be expected.
like he
Still-
has some very nasty orcs,
Boo.
and he got 64 blocks.
64 blocks. That's a
That's
perfect
a lot of
recipe
blocks.
for a massacre.
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
that explains everything, I think.
And that's a Black Orc MVP. Very, very nice.
And with that, let's go into the round 2. Sadly for this division, there is not much speculation about playoffs. I believe
Is there not? Okay, I see.
like Barmushan and Random Boy are definitely in playoffs. They are just fighting on the spot, and technically, Singe can, like, if he loses both games, Ramaset and Freddie Gibbs have a chance to overcome him, but that requires one of them to win both games, and Singe to not win a game. So that's a big if. And we will look into those matchups a little bit. First up, Big Power Pafta against the High Sale. So Venechar, after being beaten up a full season, gets to beat up a beaten up team as well.
It's revenge time for the Woodies.
Yeah, well, they are missing a lot of big players. He's missing his good war dancer. That was a massacre from the Amazon.
And the other word dancer, where is he?
He died like earlier. Movement 5. You keep him, but that's so funny.
Oh, come on. Oh, Gman Toncho is there. Gman Toncho.
This is so funny.
He's niggled.
I know, his double movement bust.
I thought he's slow then.
His movement 5.
Well, he's a blood step guard.
Yeah, he's
Still,
really good, but his
okay, but
movement
he's
5.
not playing the game. But I forget about
Yeah.
him. So not playing, not playing, not playing. They. Oh, come on, what happened
Well, he
here?
will get a lot of loners. 5 loners
No, no,
for this match.
for sure he will. He needs 11 players and only has 6.
Yeah, that hurts. He does have Longbong Silver. Good
Oh,
catchers.
okay.
John blow him up the Immortal. Dodge on alignment, not bad. And grab on the tree. So not the worst players to have for this match.
No. Actually, he has a functional team. He has a couple decent linemen, couple good catchers, and yeah, a tree man, and the best thrower in the entire Rebel,
Yep.
and a lot of fodder. So, yeah. How much is the TV with 5 loners?
5 loners is 350, so that makes him actually 1590 after
So
loner.
1600 more or less. Okay. And what does Aldar have? Which
Well-
are the remainings of his team?
He has a block werewolf, a rookie flesh
Okay.
golem, okay
You know what
whites, and a lot of
He's
dirty
going
blade.
to get a lot of bribes, and
Yeah.
he's going to fall.
Yeah,
fall,
he's
fall,
going
fall,
to
fall,
possibly
fall, fall.
get like 2 bribes and just
2
try
bribes.
to foul Venich out.
It's
of
a
the
good
game.
option.
So maybe that's the
Hmm.
game plan, just foul Venich out of existence.
I'm reading the chat. Apparently, random dice sugar is back.
We will look into that in a bit.
Hmm.
So,
Dice is not acceptable tactic, random boy.
but
We've told you several times.
like this is a very weird matchup because Aldar is very much missing a team, but also Venechar.
Hi, Aldar, you are so right.
You know, when a Blodge Agi4 guard white is your best player on a Necro team, something went wrong.
Yes.
But like this is a match you can definitely win because Venechar will play no bench, so we can just foul him and foul him and foul him. But it's not an
you
easy
need,
one.
yeah, you need to go. You have to use Mr. Pink the second and go blitz, bring down, reroll grid, piling on.
Yep.
And if it's not out, foul. In case of doubt, if there is a blodger, I would suggest using Pink the second because he has wrestle, bring him down, and then follow him. Right? How is it said in the podcast? Use
Go
a
with him
wrestler,
as a wrestler.
wrestle him
into
to the ground, and then foul him.
which
it's
you know
basic.
could work.
Yes, exactly. You
So-
plan to murder? No, not Longmont Silver. Not
They
please.
don't know, but we like long. Kill John, blow him up.
Yes.
If you do,
Kill him. That's the challenge. Kill the immortal.
yeah, like Longbong Silver never gets hit, so we don't know if he can actually tank hits.
To be honest, I think I killed him once, but the apple worked.
Apo is good
Yes.
because we like Longbong Silver.
Yes, I felt so bad when I saw that it was. Oh God, no, please, Apple, please. Apple MNG'd him, something like that. So it was fine for me.
Yeah, like that match might
It was
not
a
bring
win-win.
someone to playoffs, but this match is going to be so fun and random because both teams are dead.
Yes.
And next up, something we saw
Nope.
a lot in Gman 1 last season, an Orc off, so that's fillable
No,
against
no,
Freddy
nope,
Gibb.
nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Next up, Norse versus High Elves. That's Major Bite versus Ramase. Sorry, Major Bite, I'm just an idiot. How?
3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still no bench.
No, still no bench. But he does have 2
Mm.
Berserkers, which is impressive.
One of them is going to die, possibly.
Probably the
try
one with
to
skills.
Now, try to have the rookie one die, please.
I mean, I don't think Major Bite gets to decide.
True. He has a thrower. I like this.
Yeah, the thrower is fun. Like, the team is
Right.
still pretty solid. He has very good Ulf Werners. He doesn't have too much in terms of tackle, but there is a 3 baller and there is a 1 tackle with Mighty Blow.
Well, you have Frenzy, that is the poor man's tackle, right?
Yeah.
And you have Frenzy and tackle in the same player. So
Yeah.
that Berserker, they could be the star of the game if he's
Uh,
put into good use.
Definitely, but he could also die, which is more
Yeah, of
likely.
course, we are counting on that. That's no surprise. So he will be 1720, which is a very nice TV with no bench against the High Elves,
Yes, the high elves
which
were
will
trained.
be
Like the high
five.
elves are pretty cheap. They
Oh,
are only
so
1500 right now.
the elves are going to get inducements.
Yes, probably a
Hmm.
wizard, maybe also a babe.
What do we have? We have two bleachers. One is Bloodstep. It's nice. The other is rookie. Good catchers, but for the rookie one can score this game on level.
Yeah,
That's
that's
nice.
nice. There is an
And then
AG5
he
lineman.
has a very good lineman there with agility 5 bloods.
Yeah, like
That's a very good piece.
yeah, only 5 blodge in total, so it's pretty good, but possibly not enough punishing. That Major Bite doesn't have that much tackle. Also, no
Mm.
sure hands from the elves, so there is a possibility for Major Bite to use 3 ball instead of knocking you down to get the ball down.
Yum, 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 yum. Well, the fact is, the fun fact here is that both teams are going to play with no bench.
Yeah.
So once the removals start adding, uh, well, when the removals happen, and they will happen in both ways because the Norse hit harder, but they are armor 7.
They
No,
usually still have a
is there a
better
Yeti?
bashing.
I thought that Major Bite got a Yeti.
I
I'm
think
making this up.
one of his
There's a
runners
Yeti.
has
There's a
agility,
Yeti.
and there is
There's a
a
Yeti.
thrower with like passing skills.
Mm. So the elves can always make their stuff happen with only 6 players, but the Norse,
I mean, like
ah,
this dude dodges better than elves.
um, he dodges worse actually than the agility 5 lineman
Yeah, but
because he can only use break tackle once per turn.
yeah, but he can kill you, which is an advantage.
It's nice. It's nice. It's strength 5, of course. Of course. He's also 250k.
Yeah, but he
Which
is
is,
worth
yeah.
it.
No, of course he is. He's a monster.
So, like I would argue that Major Bite definitely has the advantage in killing, but the elves have elfiness.
I think we should promote this Scalpelt Mar to the Super Star Shootout for this season.
Yeah, that would be fun. If you remember to do that, I would back you up.
Yes.
But like Ramaset might have a chance at playoffs if he wins this one. So
Really?
yeah, there is a small chance to possibly overtake Singe, but not a big one. So maybe he
Mm,
goes like like balls to the walls trying to win this one. But most
apparently,
likely this is going to be like a tough matchup for him still, because North are very like Major White is a good coach and he can bring the damage. And there is very much room for a draw in this one because no one has a distinct advantage.
no, apparently Sinch is very busy at the moment killing somebody else's team. So it, yeah, may be difficult for Ramaset.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah, and after that, the orc off between
Orkov!
yeah Freddie Gibbs against Philbo. So
Yes!
yeah,
Fun
Philbo.
games, fun times.
Yeah,
Filbo. Dirty player. He leveled the lineman.
good.
Got dirty player.
And Philbo coming into this match with 2 guard only, but a lot of strength. He has the wannabe troll.
I wanna be a troll. He has 4 strength 4, 1 strength 5. No, one,
Five
two.
strength
He has
4.
5 strength 4. One. Who needs guard when all your players are on steroids?
I mean, more guard would still be useful for this matchup. He has a lot of mighty blow, 6 mighty blow, and
You and your guard addiction.
I mean, like guard is good. Like I play wizards and I have all the strength in the
I
world,
mean,
and
two
I still.
guarder with 5 strength 4 and 1 strength 5.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's weaker than
yeah.
lizards,
I call this strong. Strong.
but that's still weaker than lizards.
Didn't we have a really stupid lineman with plus strength plus? Ah, there it is.
Yeah,
There it is. The ninja lineman. with the coolest name ever.
Yep. Well, he's up against the big mulligans from Freddie Gibbs.
And
They
these guys
they
also did
definitely
how to
have
feel pain.
the guard advantage. They also have just as much strength because of a troll. So that's not an easy matchup for Philbo. He is facing 5 strength 5 and a 5 strength 4 and a strength 5. And they are equal,
Mm.
like, and he's down 4 guard for this matchup. So not, but he
Cool.
does have the advantage in terms of mighty blow. So Philbo might hit a bit harder, but it's going to be tough to get those hits against a good chunk of guard.
Who is getting inducements?
No one really. It's very close. Philbo, like they are even, so no one.
Well, Philbo has a dirty player, so he has my vote.
But does he have a goblin?
Oh, shit. Then Freddy has my vote. No! Philbo has my vote. No!
We broke Vikingkop.
Nah! I need to restart, sorry. Be right back.
But yeah, like possibly a better matchup for Freddy Gibbs because that roll covers up the strength advantage that Philbo has from the monster lineman.
No, I got
and the
this.
guard advantage is really good.
Troll is unreliable.
Yeah, but
And you only like Freddy's team because he has a stand firmer.
I mean he only has one. That's pretty weak.
Yeah, but I like Philbo's team because he has only one dirty play.
What is that 12 versus 1 dirty player?
One is enough. Oh, come on.
But yeah,
So
like,
yeah, this is a very close game.
yeah,
Could
very
be a draw.
close. I argue that the guard is what's like tipping the favor to Freddy Gibbs. Even if the troll is unreliable, having 6 guard against 2 like covers up the fact that there's a monster 9 man.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. Next up after that, definitely not a zoo trying to stop Singe here. Because this is a big match. Ambitank, if Ambitank wins this, Singe might not go to playoffs. But if Singe gets this one, he's safe in playoffs alongside Barmushan and Random Boy. And it's just a matter
Cool.
of who gets which spot.
That's fine.
Yep. Singe, what does he have? He has Unf, 2 Claw Mighty Blow, 1 on a Beastman, 1 on a Chaos Warrior, 6 guard only, and a lot of Mighty Blow. But he is starting to build up the tackle. He actually has 4 tackle, which is impressive considering he started with 0 for the season.
That's kind of good, right?
That's very solid. Like he has a nice ball carrier, I guess. I would give him sure hands instead of disturbing like foul appearance, but okay. But yeah, a strong team. He has a lot of killing power, which is going to be very scary for the poor underworld. Because definitely not as though are pretty good for an underworld team, but can they survive so much mighty blow?
Underworld! Underworld, underworld, la 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 la, underworld. So, I restarted for a moment. Who are they playing?
They are playing Singe.
So they are getting some inducements. They are getting a wizard. They are getting.
They are getting like
Bribes?
500k in inducement, so you
How,
will see
how many?
500.
500.
So
Nice.
you can expect the wizard.
So
We might see like Glart and a bribe.
we can see another goblin, maybe. Just because he's plenty of cash. We can see Glad is rubbish when you already have 2 Claw Mighty Blow players.
Yeah, but he's more strength and he's another claw.
Skitter would be good in this game because he's very, very fast and really annoying. And then you will have a wizard and you can have some bribes because why not? And you will be cloud pumping every turn. And you may kill, if you're lucky, you may kill Oomph.
Well, the reporter from the field, Random Boy, claims that it's not going well at all for Ambitank and that the big Skaven Blitzer was MNG'd, so that leaves only 1 Claw Mighty Blow Blitzer and Troll, and that's like this is a very tough matchup because once you lose like 1 or 2 good players and like a couple of goblins, you just can't hit stuff. They are too strong for you.
Yes, well, that's the underworld way. I mean, you are not there. the underdog usually.
Yeah.
Unless you play as when you play as, you're quite happy, to be honest,
So yeah,
because you usually have the inducements and you have the tools to kill them. So kind of nice.
so yeah, bad time for Ambitang. But if Singe does win that in the end, he will
That
get that
troll is
playoff
Nigel.
spot. Uh, I can check.
He is.
Maybe, I don't know. That's too difficult.
That's bad.
Yeah, he's an eagle because there is the plus sign. Feels bad.
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
So
Because
yeah,
he's a very good troll, eh?
like that was a tough matchup, and it does seem from what Randomo is claiming that it's not going for the underworld, and it's expected and
Can we
sad.
jumping? Have a look.
We'll do that after we like finish everything, because that would be very confusing on YouTube, and I don't want to
Okay.
do editing.
So what is next? The Warstone Sneaky Servants
Against the
against the
Anacomin Minors.
Unaccompanied Minnows.
So that's
Oh,
Chov
conflict again, because I really like that monkey. He's a really cool guy. But this is Underworld.
Well, the Chovs are not.
That bloaty claw.
The Chovs are not doing very well. They only have like there's a Claw Bomber which is really good, but Claw Guard still needs another level to be good. There's a Mighty Blow Guard Stand Firm Dauntless.
There's a lot of block tackle that is going to kill goblins left, right, and
Yeah,
center.
like this is a good matchup for him, but his team is very much like feeling the pain this season. 3 rookies, that sucks.
Well, but 3 rookies are fine for the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but he won't like more because you need
Of
that
course.
guard, you need that Mighty Blow, you need that Claw.
Yeah, he needs guard, to be fair.
Yeah, like only 2
More guard.
guard. That's not good enough for Div 2.
But there's a guy with 2 SPPs in there. He can get, with 5 SPPs, he can get 2 more in this game, trying to killing a goblin something, and then leveling, getting guard, or plus strength. That is much cooler.
Yeah,
Or plus armor, and become an iron blocker.
And just die to Claw.
Yes, but that's the way of the iron blocker.
Well, he is facing a Thunderworld, which is a very good matchup for the Chovs, but there is one, like the Troll has Claw Mighty Blow, and there is a very good killer, so there might be a chance for the Underworld to sneak a win.
They have a very nice thrower also.
It's not
I mean,
that
for
amazing.
an Underworld team,
You could argue
and
that Gauss is better.
they have the project wannabe gutter runner that did not work. Boo, Carlos. Boo, boo, and boo. And
Gutter Runners take Wrestle.
yeah, but come on. But they take movement first. Plus movement. Movement 8. Agility 4. Dodge. Lineman, you take it.
Yeah, but did he roll movement?
He rolled movement and he took wrestle.
Sure.
You remember that? You forgot. I remember.
I don't think.
I mean, I chat every now and then with Carlos, and yeah, I told him, hey, man, you are not going the funny way. You will be punished.
You will be punished. So he's going to have all his team die because he didn't take the stab.
Possibly only the spiky teeth guy, but maybe yes. So I can see he buying another goblin for the line of scrimmage, or even 2 if he's willing to throw the money to get some bench, because at the moment he's at no bench, and 2 bench is nice.
The issue is that Chovs they are so cheap because they don't have skills. Is that if he gets like 2 goblins, he's not getting any inducements. So we might see him just like induce induce stuff instead.
Oh, problem.
Like try to get the wizard from the inducements. But he could just go for 2 goblins and be safe.
Oh yes, not induce wizard and pray for a miracle, basically.
So this is a tough matchup. Like Chovs are very good against Underworld.
They will need the dirty claws doing the claw mighty blow magic.
Yeah, like if you get good damage early on, you can maybe snowball, but it's very difficult.
Not a good matchup, for sure. Yeah. So, what else do we have here?
Next up, the last match that wasn't played.
The ladies against Crowdog.
Yes. So another conflict, because we do like both of those teams.
Yes.
A lot, and I believe they are also playing right now.
Maybe we should have a look. at the end of the stream of the
Uh,
cast. So 6 card is going to be really tough for the Amazons to break. That's for sure.
yeah. There is only 2 tackle, one of it with Mighty Blow on a Flesh Golem, one on a Zombie.
So we can see the mighty the blitzing flesh golem tactic that is actually quite unusual.
Yeah, but he's like working for Crowdog. He beat Singe with that, so like you
Yeah,
can't argue with
yeah.
with
Imagine that Peter Agony levels this game. Would be awesome.
yeah. He's
And gets plus strength.
it's, like
Oh,
it's
that
not that
would be
likely
incredible.
that everyone roll plus strength.
No, well, every now and then I've seen plus strength, plus strength, plus strength in Gman 1, so why not?
Doesn't happen
You
every
only have
time.
you only have to wait for a 1 in 36.
I mean, I've been playing my orcs for ages and I didn't get it once. Feels bad,
No,
man.
that's because your orcs are boring. And they go
They
for
are.
block
They
and
are
strength
very.
firm and guard and blah blah
I
blah.
mean, if they rolled the special stuff, they would get it, but they don't.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's
Like,
true.
but yeah, like Grodok has a very good team. Still no Wolf development really. Like he ends the season kinda similarly to where he started it with a lot of guard, but no good Wolf. And it kinda sucks to see him stay in that same spot after a season with ups and downs, but still no Wolf. But maybe he can get Mighty Blow. Well, he's up against the Amazons. The Amazons are recovering.
Nice.
The team is looking good.
So this is looking good. 1650 is not really expensive.
I mean,
They
it's-
have one bench. They have enough cash for another bench. That it would be, in my opinion, very nice. They have 5 guarders that you like a lot. One of them with stand firm. Man, the 2 of them with stand firm. Man, these liners are very good.
Yeah.
And the catchers are definitely going the marking way that I also like. I mean, this team looks very nice, very healthy. There is a Nigel in Brooke Brigwell the second, but still he sees guard mighty blows. You're firing her for sure.
And like you're carrying another rookie blitzer, so maybe wait before you even consider cycling her.
You can remove upper rights from her maybe.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think she has upper rights. She has potential. She's close to leveling.
It
Only 5
depends.
SPPs. Only
Yeah.
5 SPPs.
But like you don't
To get
want an
tackle or to get
expensive.
sidestep.
Like you, if something is niggled, you prefer that it's cheap. So when it gets hurt because of the niggle, it's not as
Yeah.
critical.
Yes and no, because yeah, I understand. But you don't want to lose another Blitzer with Guard and Mighty Blow. She's such a good player. It's a Blodger with Guard and Mighty Blow. She's a very good player. Even Niggled, I think she deserves upper rights. I would give her
Possibly.
upper rights.
Well, like you still see Hammersep missing his strength for uh, movement frenzy blitzer, I believe it was.
Yeah, she was. I played against her once.
You know, she was a very good like blitzer, and
I brought her down with an ogre.
like you feel the pain that he's missing her, but the team is still pretty strong. He was able to recover, so we might see them back next season, possibly even doing better than they did this season.
Now let's reflect. How is Hammersep?
Yes.
The pronunciation Hammersep doing this season?
Because 4-3-4, so
4-3-4 is average, so not bad,
balanced.
not great, but I mean the middle table is 7th position. How do you think he would have done in Gman 1?
He would have he would have gotten eaten alive. We have so much tackle. Like everyone has like 3-4 tackle and lots of mighty blow and lots of guard from the bash teams, and the elf teams also have lots of tackle, lots of elfiness, and like one turning rats.
Because it depends on how the season ends. He's still sorry, screen went black. Hammersep is still able to jump up a few positions and end like 5th, even 4th. if he gets lucky, and that smells of promotion.
That
I mean, he was not promoted this season because Metal um, decided that it was better that he stayed in second division, and then
I
the
think
the
that was
Nargil
a fair
ones.
assessment.
But for the next season, what are we going
Huh?
to have here?
It really depends on how Div 1 looks, but it's going to be tough. Like the team still is a bit recovering, and like he might be able to do well, but there's very much the chance like the Chorfs and the Nergals and the Chaos are just going to eat him alive, and he's not even going to have that good of a matchup against the Elves.
Well, the couple of facts here. Yeah, he's immune to claw, basically.
Metal
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
wrong.
that's a fact. And well, I've seen him playing very tough games with very good results. So I think that we are, I don't know, I wouldn't say that maybe, but we shall not underestimate the skill of Hammerset. He's
Uh,
doing a good job this
like
season.
he's definitely not a bad coach, but Div 1 is scary. It's very scary. I can confirm. I've been there.
Yeah, but look at this team also. It's 1650 is kind in the low TV range.
Yeah, but like
Will give
Amazons are
him
always
good.
cheap.
Yeah,
Amazons are
but
always cheap and good.
that's a good skill.
But like,
That's a good
what do they
asset
get
when
in inducements to beat Metal? Morgenthau? They don't have the things to like beat Metal in a fight, and like they
what
cannot out agility him because they are movement six agi 3.
what can you get? Can you get Sleeply with her with
No,
them?
you can't.
No.
Like you get like all the
Mm,
female star players. So you get like Zara the
well,
Slayer. You get
then you get linemen,
that's
80k
not
each.
enough. Like Metal just
Whoa!
goes through you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 linemen.
Like Metal also
Oh,
has 16
600
players, but
cheap.
better players on the pitch. How do you win?
Mm,
Like,
you can get the chef,
like
and
you need a
no,
lot of luck to win, and like
yeah,
sure,
well, I've won Maitland 2 times to do that crazy, stupid Nargle team. He didn't even score against me, so
yeah, but like
it's
you
not.
had a chaos team, you can punch him back.
No, I won one game with only one Chaos Warrior, man.
That's because you got lucky, and Metal played pretty poorly.
That it was I'm a good coach, and his team is not as scary as you want to sell it.
It is like the thing is, like the Amazons just don't have anything that can cover up their weakness. They will be outstrengthed, and you will feel it because they only have strength 3, and they don't have that much more guard than Metal. And sure, they have blodge, but Metal has like 3-4 tackle on warriors, so like he can punch you. He has the Beast of Nergal to lock you down. Like that's not an easy matchup at all. And like Metal is possibly a better matchup from like
But
bleeding hippie with chorfs and like 6 tackle killers.
now that you mentioned that, there's a skill that this team is missing and will need in draws for next season, and that is
And
Dauntless.
oh, you talked about. I was thinking about a different skill. It also
Uh,
starts with a D.
yes, that also, for sure. He has this Jules one ready to level and get a good yeah.
A
Putting
good
the
dirty
heal in.
player.
How you foul with an Amazon? You put the heel in. Yeah, I like that.
They don't wear shoes.
But they have heels, right?
They don't wear shoes. They're walking like barefooted.
But they have heels in the
Technically,
feet. Technically, yes.
but that's like you
So
just
my
kick him.
statement's still valid. Oh yes. The matter settled.
But like by the same, like you could argue that the orc lineman put his heel in
No, they
the
put their fists. I've seen the animation. Eh?
fine, but
Don't try to confound me.
like the hobgoblin put their heels.
No, but they don't put the heels. They put the front fingers of the feet.
I'm not
I
sure
don't know how to
that's
say it in
correct.
English.
Okay, like the peasant put their heel.
Yeah, basically yes. That's a good animation. I like that.
I like the peasant animation, but
Yes.
like the Amazons do like a backflip,
Flip. backflip and then no, but they jump in and then they make a backflip and then it's kind of nice animation too.
It's good
I like
animation.
that. Not as good as an elf animation. For example, a dark elf really pushes the heal.
I mean, the Dark Elf foul kinda sucks.
Really?
They just like jump on you.
No, they make like fly.
Oh
not
no,
flying, but-
it's the High Elf that jump on you. They
Ah,
do
the
like
high elf is the high elf
the
is
spin
kind of cool.
kick, the Dark Elves. That's
By the
actually
way,
a nice one.
do you know that they have a high elf with dirty player and sneaky git in Elfie division?
I love that dude.
He's called the Kraken. So every time I'm going to use him, I always type in the chat, "Here comes the Kraken."
Well, I believe that's everyone in Div 2.
Aye.
Uh,
I'm playing Donkey Dragon next round, by the way.
well, for Div 2, if Singe is actually winning against Ambitank right now, which seems
Let's have a look
to
at the
be
game. Let's have a
correct.
look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Let me finish the recap, please.
Ah.
Yeah, if
Boo.
Singe does win that game, it seems very likely, according to what I heard from chat. Then it's going to be Random Boy, Barmushan, and Singe. And even if he somehow doesn't win, he still has next week where he
Mathematically,
is playing.
mathematically, we can say at this point that the Vamps are into playoffs.
Also, Barmushan is into playoffs. It's only Singe that can
no,
somehow
no,
go.
no, 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 no. You don't understand. The Vamps are back.
I mean, okay.
Do you remember 2 seasons ago? I had so much fun casting. I don't know if it was only 1 or 2 games with the vampires. It was so crazy. So crazy. Random boy doing random dive sugar thing.
I mean, that's what he does. He bullied some.
Oh, that was so nice. So nice. Absolutely. 2-0, eh? 2-0 winning Barmushan 2-0. So
Yeah.
giving him the first loss of the season against
Yeah,
such
he
a
bullied
good
him.
team.
Like there were some very brutal hits.
Okay, no perms.
He lost a zombie with guard, I think,
Who cares? With
It's-
guard, it sucks, but yes.
and like a goal. But really, who cares about the goal? But
Goals,
yeah.
pocket money. Let's have a look at the game.
Well, before that, thank you everyone for watching the Div 2 recap and the Div 1 recap that was earlier with Dreamify. Thanks for Dreamify for joining Vikingkop, and you could be more patient.
You know, man, I'm late from job. I'm really tired. I'm falling asleep. I need to have dinner. I want to see some blood.
And yeah, we will possibly be back next week for the final. For one before the final week before we actually go into playoffs. So that should be pretty fun. And thank you for watching. And stay classy, Flocks.
Flux?
Flocks. That's the
Flux.
meme.
Oh, did I missed this from the last podcast?
And like one time I casted with Metal, and like he kicked me out of the voice chat. So
Stay
so I don't
classy, folks.
yeah, so I don't steal it. So I just type like "Stay classy,
Ah,
folks" in chat
I
really
like that.
quickly, but I mistyped, so it was "Stay classy, Flocks." And we do.
Flux?
I mean, Flocks is like for birds, and we do have a lot of
flock
birds, in there.
yes.
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
for Hindus and the other Hindus, stay classy, Flocks.
From the toucan and the proxy toucan, you
Yeah.
mean?
Stay classy, Flocks.
Yes.